Ntsikakazi Mxenge is marketing manager at OLX and joins us to discuss the brand's new television commercial. And this is the interesting part, why it's important to resonate with universal human truth. Welcome. We'll get to the human truth in just a moment. But the intention initially was to reposition the brand. What was the thinking, the strategy behind that?
So, OLX has been around for 3 years. So we got to a point in December when we said, okay, so what is OLX about and who are we? And the whole exercise actually also started internally where we saw that our tech team, also real people work behind the product every day, influenced and, they make changes and innovate based on real people which use OLX and South Africans. So we said, okay, fine, let's then take it back to the people and let's look at how we help people, how we can help people, and what do people actually, their day-to-day life, how they use OLX or how they can use OLX.
And what stories did you discern from that in order to arrive at this emotional connection strategy that you've developed?
So, Jeremy, I think, we find that people make or sell or use OLX to make cash, but there are also people who actually buy stuff from OLX or sell to get something better to improve their lives. And it sounds a bit dramatic, but it can be from something small, whether you want to learn to play a new instrument, or you want to actually get rid of something that you don't use so you can replace it with something else that's a latest model. So it's like small little improvements that people want to make in their lives. And we said, okay, this is something telling, and this is something that we can actually use to explore on this new positioning.
Two questions. How competitive is the space that you're working in at the moment? And who's the demographic? Who's actually using the product?
It's very competitive, and we found who uses OLX is actually white males. So that was also another thing to start broadening our target and saying, there's a reason why other people are not using OLX. It's no longer, you'd think it's smartphone, people don't have smartphones, or they don't have data, but there's more reason than just those that I've mentioned. And I think previously we hadn't been active enough to try and touch the different demographics. And this is also how we went about with the new TV ad. Okay,
hold that thought. I just need to go and sort out some music lessons. I'll be right back. How will you know what a good measurement of success of this campaign is going to be?
We'll look at the numbers. Yeah. So we've got analysts. I'm not really a numbers person. I'm obviously in the creative and more the human touchy-feely things. But we have to look at the business metrics, which is how many people install the do our app installs increase? How many people install the app? And when people install the app, how many people are using and staying and coming back? Now that's true success of the ad. If you look, and it's also quite hard because with a TV ad, you're not necessarily going to get someone who's going to download the app immediately and use it. But what we're trying to create, and that emotion that we're trying to, that emotional connection that we're trying to get is every time you think of selling something, you now have this brand.
You've partially answered my final question to you, but the TVC, you say, is a good example of how to use a visual medium to drive traffic to a commercial mobile platform, which also tells me where television's place is in the marketing continuum at the moment. But how else is the campaign supported? What else are you doing around the TVC?
So, two things. One, first, Jeremy, we talk about move up in the ad, and what is very important that we don't sell this amazing, you can buy this and get this, and then when you get to the site, you're like, not really. Yeah, okay. So we have a tech team who sits there, like I mentioned before, who actually make sure that experience is kind of a move up experience for you. So they're always improving on the app and the website. So that's one way the campaign lives, which is not really marketing, but it lives there, and also digital. So we in TV, we get you to think, we get you to your perception to change about the brand, and we also get you to, it must spark that. Let me go invest, go look, check out OLX. But digitally, we need to catch you also whilst you're doing other things. And you're like, this action is this action can lead to someone downloading.
So it's a call to action in a compelling way, and then obviously people have got to do a bit of more work beyond that. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.